and welcome back to Warli Art. In this video, I'm going to be showing you 6 ways to draw your houses and huts for your Warli figures to live in. So let's start with the first one. So usually the Warli people or tribals used to live in huts which had hay, which were made out of hay, grass, twigs, mud and sticks. And I'm going to divide this into 2 parts. I'm going to erase the bottom line because I want there to be only one floor, not a double layered floor. And you can do designs and patterns in this area. And so now I'm going to do the roof. So I'm first going to draw a rounded triangle. So rounded basically just means that instead of having a pointed edge, the shape has a curved edge. And then we're going to draw a straight line coming out of both sides and curve it, touch it here, and then bring it and then do the same on the other side. Now we're going to draw different separations with lines. So this is just the decoration. And try to have the same number of partitions on both sides. And now in the top, we're going to draw some lighting or some decorations maybe. And we're going to draw a few pots that are kept in storage. And now I'm going to draw a ladder with some lights. I'm going to draw my ladder here. And here I'm going to draw a string of lights. And I'm going to draw a woman who's standing on the ladder and kind of putting up the lights. So the woman has to be very small. So this is your first Warli house. So now for the second house, I'm going to start with drawing a square. So this is our main room that we're showing, but we're going to need a roof. So we're going to add a line here and then connect it to form a right-angled triangle on both sides. And the decoration in the roof, because we have to make it look as if it's made out of grass and hay. So we're going to add some grass or hay lines. And then in the sides as well. And so we're going to again divide it into 2 parts. And the first part is going to have some more decorations, just like in the other house. And you could also make windows, but I'm just going to do lines. And then we're going to have a little device here. And then over here, we're going to draw a rack with a towel or a cloth hanging on it. So for the cloth, we're just going to draw, so I'm going to draw the rack as if it's hanging like this, and the towel is going to be on it. So it's going to be wide at the edges, thin at the top, and then again wide at the edges. I'm going to draw 2 lines, and then again some designs. Now on one side, I'm going to have the towel, the rack covering the towel, so like that. And this is your second house. Our third house is going to be just like the first two, but we're going to draw a sitting figure inside. So I'm going to start with a big rectangle. And I'm going to color in some of the side to make it look like the walls. And I'm going to draw a semicircle roof. So I'm going to extend the line a little on both sides, and I'm going to draw a semicircle. Now I'm going to kind of make the semicircle a little tall, like this. And I'm going to draw another semicircle, but it's going to be kind of, it won't be parallel to the other one because it's going to be wide. The gap in the middle is going to be wide here and thin over here. Now over here, I'm going to draw the basket that someone has been weaving. I'm going to draw the stand for the basket and it's important to draw this first because this shows you the area in which you're going to draw your basket. So now I'm going to draw my basket. So I'm going to draw an oval. Next. And now for the hay and the roof, I am going to draw the lines, the separation lines, and then I'm going to draw the hay. I'm going to just draw lines for the hay. So now our roof is done. For the bottom part, or the lower floor, we're going to draw a line to separate it into 2 parts. Line will be closer to this side. And then I'm going to draw a ladder starting from this side right underneath the roof, because I'm going to draw this ladder because the people who live in this house are going to need a way to get to the top to get to their creation. And then I'm going to draw a Warli figure sitting over here. And don't forget to draw the hands. Okay, so this is our third house. Now for our fourth house. I'm going to be drawing our fourth house, and I'm going to start with a kind of rectangle-ish shape at the bottom. And I'm going to divide this exactly into half. And on this side, I'm going to divide it into 3 parts where I can do different designs. And I'm going to leave the center part to be a window. Two windows actually. And the bottom part can be lines. Now for the top part, for the roof, which is going to have a storage, I'm going to do a triangle. I'm going to extend it a little and do another triangle. And we're going to follow the same concept where it gets closer to the top when it gets to the center. So I'm going to make it wide on the edges, and I'm going to make it closer to the top in the center. And now I'm going to divide it in half. So on this part of the storage, I'm going to draw a weaving basket. And maybe a small pot if you have space. And on this side, I'm going to draw a paper, a cylinder that you can use for storing things. And I'm going to draw another pot. And then, of course, since we have a storage, the figures are going to need a way to get to the top. So we're going to draw a ladder. But we're not going to draw it fully to the floor. We're only going to draw it about halfway. And now for the hay, we're going to do double lines again. And just straight lines. And then over here, I'm going to draw a Warli woman. Now I'm going to draw the 5th house. I'm going to draw a rectangle for the bottom floor and a semicircle for the top. So I'm going to draw the door, and I'm going to draw a wall type of texture behind the door. And then I'm probably going to color in the door. And a ladder. So usually all of the houses had ladders because all of them had storage. I'm going to draw a man holding an axe. And for the roof, I'm going to do a different pattern this time. I'm going to do crisscross lines like this. And after doing this, I'm going to draw some straight lines on top. Or you can just skip the straight lines actually. So this is the roof of our 5th house. Now I'm going to draw a square for the bottom, and we're going to draw the front view of the house this time. So we're going to do the door. And it's okay to go over the door because we're going to be coloring the door in anyways. And then I'm going to do a double line on top and do a triangle with 2 triangles that connect to the sides. And then the center one can have the basket or whatever is in the storage, and then the side ones are just going to have lines. And then you might want to do a double line here that extends a little outside, and then some double lines to decorate. So these are your 6 Warli houses and huts which you can use to give homes to your Warli figures.